take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays this afternoon. Kevin Pillar, top of the order. Ezequiel Carrera is riding a 5-game hit streak. During that hit streak, he's 7 for 19 with a triple and a couple of RBIs. And then down in the 8th spot, Ryan Goins, since he's gotten the chance to play every day, filling in for Troy Tulowitzki's, put together a 4-game hit streak, 5 hits, a home run, and a couple of RBIs, and they'll take on the hard-throwing right-hander, Carlos Martinez.
And he's a good one. He opened the year as the Cardinals' #1 starter, but now he's the only member of the starting rotation without a win. He makes his team-leading 5th start of the season. The Jays catch him at the right time. He's given up 12 earned runs with 11 walks over his last 3 starts. This is his 2nd career appearance versus the Blue Jays, his 1st start against Toronto. But he has pitched very well in interleague, a 162 earned run average, 4th lowest mark in the Major League history since 2014.
That dramatic dive over Yadi Molina. Ground ball to third. Jerko has it. 1 away. Defensively, let's take a look at the Cardinals. It has been a disappointing start to their season in the field. They have committed 4 errors in the first game of this series. Jose Martinez gets a start in left field. Fowler and Piscotty in center and right. Jed Jerko's at third base. Diaz and Wong up the middle. Matt Carpenter back after serving a 1-game suspension. He's at first, and the Gold Glover, Yadi Molina, will do the catching for Martinez.
And how bad has it been? They are last in the National League in fielding percentage. 19 errors. The 4th and final error was made by that guy right there. Aledmus Diaz, the shortstop.
Here is Carrera. He hits it deep to center field. Fowler on the run, backing up now. Just a couple of strides on the warning track. 2 up, 2 down for Martinez.
Today, or excuse me, 20% of the changeups. Think of Archer with that hard slider that he gets a lot of strikeouts with when he throws it.
Bautista swings on the first pitch and drops it in front of the right fielder Piscotty for a 2-out base hit.
Well, when we talk about velocity, I told you he can run it up there. He's averaging almost 96 miles an hour with his fastball, which places him 3rd in the National League. Noah Syndergaard averages 98. He's in the class all by himself. And there's Garrett Cole and Steven Strasburg rounding out the top 4. Just 25 years old. He's got a bright future.
Strike 3 called. Brian O'Nora, the home plate umpire, rings up smoke. So the Blue Jays get a 2-out single. They leave a base runner. When we come back, Matt Latos will take them out for the Blue Jays. Season, as we mentioned, not playing very well in the field. Top of the order, Dexter Fowler in his first season with the Cardinals. He's swinging the bat well over his last 6 games, hitting over 300 with a pair of home runs, 4 RBIs, but he's struck out 7 times. How about this matchup today? Yadier Molina, the great catcher of the Cardinals. He has hit well against Matt Latos, the Blue Jays starter. 12 for 34 with a home run and 5 RBIs, but he too has 6 strikeouts. That's been a problem for St. Louis this season.
Too many strikeouts. They will go up against Matt Latos. Matt picked up a no decision Friday in his first start for the Blue Jays. That was against the Angels. He had to pitch around 10 base runners in his 5 innings of work. 6 hits, 3 walks, and a hit batter. That was a game that the Blue Jays would eventually win in 13 innings. And you talk about experience. Matt Latos has faced the Cardinals 13 times in his career. He's 5-6 with an ERA of about 5.5.
Fowler batting just 184, but he's starting to game-tying hit for the Cardinals in the 9th, an infield single on Tuesday. Ground ball, Smoke goes after it. Latos is there in plenty of time. 1 away. For the Blue Jays, the defense behind Matt Latos here this afternoon in game 1. In the outfield, it's Carrera, Pillar, and Bautista. On the infield, Chris Coghlan makes his 6th start at third base. Goins and Travis up the middle. Smoke has committed just 1 error in 16 starts, and Russell Martin doing the catching in game 1 for Matt Latos.
Jose Bautista's playing a nice right field, isn't he? He's got 3 outfield assists already. That's #1 in the American League for right fielders.
But this year it's much better. He was the shortstop. Diaz hits a fly ball into shallow left. Backing up is the shortstop Goins. He makes the catch. 2 up, 2 down.
do everything you can to win game 2 because reinforcements are on the way for game 2. The Blue Jays have called up Danny Barnes, and he will be the 26th man, if you will, for game 2, but he's only available for this evening's game.
3-2 pitch in the dirt. A 2-out walk issued to Carpenter. Jed Jerko, 3 home runs, 7 RBIs. A year ago, he had 30 home runs for the Cardinals. He had a 3-hit game here on Tuesday. One hopper to the shortstop. They go to second for the force out, and that'll do it. The 2-out walk does not factor in. We've played an inning here in St. Louis, no score. Been better.
Well, look at the numbers through the first 8 games. Not very good, not a very good average, the whole thing. But over his last 8 games, he's hitting .300. And when you talk to him, you can just tell that he's feeling better. You watch him, he's running better. He says his body feels good. You can see the swing. He's on a lot more pitches.
Until his 7th game. It's a real slow start for him, but he continued to work hard, and things are starting to turn around for him. Now he's starting his 17th game of the season.
Visualizing.
It's this ball deep to center. Fowler is on the run at the track, looking up. Goodbye, home run. Russell Martin, whatever he visualized this morning, came through for him in his first AB. Home run number 3 for the Blue Jays catcher.
That is a long way out there in right center.
Chris Coghlan hits one to short. He's thrown out, one away. Devin came into the game as a defensive replacement on Tuesday. He did not start that game. Darwin Barney started it. Fouled it back. Hit that one off Molina. And caught him on the left kneecap. So he's going to try to walk off the effects of that foul tip. Another look at right off the toe. Travis swings and misses that inside fastball. 2 away, 2 strikeouts for Martinez.
Martinez is an interesting guy. He's got great stuff. I mentioned the 2nd strikeout. He wanted to go down and away, but it's up and in.
Ryan Goins had a nice little run here lately. He's got a 4-game hit streak. Bouncing ball up the middle. Wong can't make the play. Well, there's another example of the Cardinals not playing like the Cardinals.
Doesn't lead off next inning.
Yeah, it gets the pitcher's spot out of the way. Now, Latos, he's a former National Leaguer, so he's got a lot of at-bats. 324 at-bats and 4. Hits this one toward third. Jerko bare hands and throws him out. But the Blue Jays, they take an early lead. Russell Martin with 2 strikes hits a deep home run to center field. His 3rd of the season, the 8th for the Blue Jays on this road trip.
Not very familiar with sprinting up the line like that as a hitter. So you catch your breath just a little bit. He walked all the way back into the dugout, got his stuff, and took healing.
That ball is drilled to left field. Carrera's on the run. He gets there and makes the catch. Piscotty hit it hard, but Carrera ran it down on the warning track in left center.
You know what an outfielder can do? They can play the count.
Is 12 for 34 against Matt Latos, including a home run. The home run came in Cincinnati against the Reds. While this is going to get down. Carrera trying to cut it off, but he won't. It's all the way up against the wall, and Molina continues to put up big numbers against Matt Latos. That's his 13th hit in 35 at-bats.
Another extra base hit, 3rd double of the season for Molina. Run for Martinez. Came off the bench. He had the good and the bad.
There goes Molina. Swung on and missed. The throw to third, not in time. Yadier Molina just got a walking lead off the bag. That's his first stolen base of the season. On the pitch, Martinez strikes out. Now for the number 8 hitter, Colton Wong.
Get anything to hit. especially in this situation here. This looks like one of those unintentional, intentional walks. They should just go ahead and put them on, and I think they are.
They just did. Yep. John Gibbons just said, you know what, I want to walk him, so there will be no pitch. And 2 outs. Swinging it to first pitch. Devin Travis calls for it, backing up into the outfield, and that'll do it. So the intentional walk puts the second runner on. Martinez pops out on the first pitch. The Blue Jays have a 1-0 lead for.
Coming from the on-deck circle, getting into that batter's box, he said, I'm guessing fastball. You don't walk enough. Forget that. If you can hit, doesn't matter.
3 strikeouts for Martinez.
And he's had a bad outing here or there. That's jumped the ERA up there, but this guy's tough.
Breaking ball, strike 3 call. 2 away. Let's check.
Games with a hamstring injury, so it looks like he came back just a little bit too quickly. This is on the heels of Noah Syndergaard missing.
And Tulowitzki, who they really need back. Bautista drills it into left field. Jose is 2 for 2.
He stayed on that breaking ball nicely.
He goes after the first pitch and hits it into right. Bautista is smart to take the turn. Piscotty will lob it back in. Jose goes first to third as Smoke picks up his first hit of the afternoon, a 2-out single. Russell Martin homered. Ground ball. Diaz at short will go to second for the force out. The Blue Jays threaten but can't cash in. A couple of 2-out singles and they strand a pair. We go to the bottom of the third here in St. Louis. 1-0 Jays. Game of this road trip. That's a real positive sign. Matt Latos hasn't thrown a first pitch strike yet in this game. And there's one. He gets a pop-up. Pilar, the center fielder, calling for it, gets there, and he gets Dexter Fowler on 1 pitch.
About that last year, the 7. The extra 2, none of them was out of necessity. It was because they had been playing a lot of games in a row. I think they were playing 16, 18 games in a row, and they brought up Drew Hutchison to make a couple of spot starts. Then they traded for Liriano and Francisco.
And they have called upon that depth early on. Matt Carpenter goes after it, pops it up. Goins, the shortstop, on the outfield grass. Quick inning for Matt Latos. 3 up, 3 down. 3 first pitch strikes in the inning. Chris Coghlan starting at third base. His
survive, but the Blue Jays are trying to do that.
Another strikeout for Martinez. That's his 5th already. Devin Travis was a strikeout victim in the 2nd. Hitters looking out there say, man, he's already to pitch to me. High breaking ball. That's 6 strikeouts now. First 2 batters here in the 4th. In 31 last year when he put up 16 wins. They were all locked in on Carlos Martinez on the mound. 1-2 pitch to Goins. Martinez strikes out the side. Good fastball upstairs, pushing 100 miles an hour. In the 60s, Red Schoendienst was the second baseman for a while. Later on became the great manager. Jack Buck, the Hall of Fame announcer. Stan Musial, MVP in the outfield, MVP at first base. Tony La Russa, Ken Boyer. The names go on and on. First pitch swinging. That's Jed Jerko. He pops it in the air to right. Bautista's there. 4 straight batters now that Matt Latos has thrown first pitch strikes to, and you have such an advantage if you're a pitcher throwing that first pitch strike. Really puts a lot of doubt in the. He loses him. Latos walks Piscotty with 1 out. Molina has more hits against Latos than any hitter he's faced. 13 hits now.
He might be hard charging on this first pitch too after 4.
He gets him. Latos throws him the breaking ball and strikes out Molina.
That was the pitch he was missing with early in the count.
In the second.
He was hitting 400.
There goes the runner. Ball is hit high and deep to left. It's going to be in the park. Carrera calls for it. Pilar calls him off and makes the catch. Latos issues a one-out walk. The Cardinals leave him on base. We'll go to the fifth. 1-0 Blue Jays. Now a good hitter, so we might see him throughout the course of these 2 days. We told you Latos could hit. He lines out for the right fielder. Hit that one right on the button. Bouncing ball towards short. Diaz fires in time. 2 up, 2 down here in the fifth.
Do you get the feeling that Carlos Martinez is starting to get locked in?
But right now, Matt Latos is matching him pitch. Ezequiel Carrera with a 2-2 count. On the ground. Carpenter will wave off the pitcher, step on the bag. The inning is over. Carlos Martinez has retired 7 in a row. But the Cardinals trail 1-0 behind Matt Latos. Then looper into left field. Carrera's not going to get it. Pilar's there to back him up. Here's the throw to second. It is not in time. Colton Wong only had 5 sacrifice bunts all season. Martinez does not have one of those 5. Again, he squares early. This time he's going to bunt and bunts right through it. Throw to second, and they've got Wong picked off. And now they'll put the tag on him, and the Cardinals continue to get in their own way. But you're right, when a batter bunts through that ball, your initial thought is to take a step toward third, and Martinez breaks his bat as he strikes out. He couldn't get the bunt down. He ends up striking out after Colton Wong got caught trying to get off second base.
In the field, mental mistakes when they're running the bases.
Dexter Fowler goes after the first pitch and rips it into right. Now the Cardinals in that dugout got to be replaying this entire inning. Fowler not running, and there's another first pitch swing. Smoke over near the dugout's got room. He's there and makes the catch. So a good inning for Matt Latos. He gives up a leadoff double. We'll go to the 6th. The Blue Jays have a 1-0 lead. Jose Bautista's already 2 for 2. Justin Smoke has a single, and Russell Martin has homered. Meat of the order coming up for the Jays.
Carlos Delgado, Lloyd Mosby 3 and 4, and then the rest of the guys you saw there. Jose climbing up the leaderboards. That one right underneath. He walks.
3-2. Ball 4. Bautista reaches for a 3rd straight time this afternoon. High pop-up on the infield. Matt Carpenter, the first baseman, calling for it, makes the catch. One away. There goes Bautista. Martin checks his swing. Ball 4 by the home plate umpire, Onoa. They appealed to first base, and the umpire at first, Roberto Ortiz, said no swing. So now Martin's on base. Chris Coghlan, Chris Marlins and the Cubs. So he's familiar with Martinez, and he strikes out. That breaking ball gets him.
It cost him a run. Now with really nothing going on, Martinez for some reason turns around and throws the ball into center field.
Anything. Travis with the count in his favor, 2-0. Don't get too anxious. Make him Bautista at third, Martin at second. Look out. 98 up and around the neck of Travis. That's the third walk of the inning. Walked the bases loaded. Ryan Goins up the middle. Base hit. Bautista's in score. Here comes Martin right behind him. And Ryan Goins, a 2-run, 2-out single to pad the Blue Jays lead.
That's how you take advantage of mistakes. Back through that middle. 2 big RBIs for the Blue Jays, and they capitalize on the walks in the air.
Latos pops up the first pitch, but Ryan Goins with a big 2-out, 2-run single has added to the Blue Jays lead. Anxious for a first pitch strike, he gets it and drills it into center. 3-0 Blue Jays. Punch hit by Goins. This is the third trip through the batting order. Foul tip caught by Martin for the strikeout. 4 strikeouts now for Latos. Latos loses Jerko. That's
Latos if he wants to stay in this game.
Piscotty has flied out and walked. Kaga with a nice grab on the backhand, second for one. What a double play. Just what the doctor ordered. Chris Kaga made a good stab on the backhand to take that one hopper off the bat of Stephen Piscotty to get Latos out of the 6th. Kaga making his 6th start at third to Tevin Travis. Another double play turned by the Blue Jays. The left-hander Tyler Lyons comes out of the bullpen to take over here as he starts the top of the 7th. Lyons into the ball game, and he will bat in the 5th spot in the lower batting order. And with that, the double switch will bring in Randall Grichuk in right field. He's batting in the pitcher's spot, taking over in right for Stephen Piscotty, who made the last out of the 6th inning.
Find in that book that Lions, Blue Jays taking a look at him for the first time. He's got a good breaking ball. Doesn't throw real. Haven't figured him out yet either.
Pilar hits it into center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. His first hit of the afternoon. A leadoff single.
Anticipating a bunt here. If they give him the bunt, why not try and drag a bunt?
Ball 4. Leadoff single and a walk.
The only signs they're worried about are the one the catcher's putting down right here. They're not worried about the Blue Jays sign. The way Jose has swung the bat on this, they're not going to take the bat out of his hand.
That hits him. Well, Bautista got hit while he was running the bases, and now he gets hit at the plate. Haunted him in the 6th.
2 of those runs score set up by an error.
Smoke goes after the first pitch and drives it deep into center. Pilar is tagging. The runners will move up, Carrera and Pilar, while Bautista stays put at first, and Smoke picks up the sac fly, his 10th RBI of the season. He's had a good day at the plate. He's homered, walked, and scored 2. Alice has his bat and a batting helmet. Arwin coming off the bench, batting .294. Strike 3 call. A breaking ball catches the outside corner, and that'll do it. Blue Jays leave runners at the corners. They score another run. They're taking a 4-0 lead here in St. Louis.
Latos had something to say to him. 83 pitches as both starters this afternoon go 6 innings. The difference, Matt Latos did not give up a run. Just 3 hits, 4 walks, and 4 strikeouts. He is in line for his first win as a Blue Jay.
It would be his first win as a starter since last May 6th while pitching for the White Sox. Joe Biagini makes his 12th appearance of the season.
And it's up to the bullpen to hold it for him right there. Joe Biagini has pitched great in his 11 ball games. Doesn't have a record but an ERA under 2. He's thrown 14 innings. Darwin Barney will stay in the game and play third base.
Chris Coughlin to end the 6th. Ground ball. Goins with a nice hop, takes his time. 1 out.
Yeah, rough start for Seattle also.
They lost Mitch Haniger to a strained oblique muscle.
You want to save as many arms as possible. First thing he's got to do, he's got to have a quick inning.
Martinez with a single into left. A 1 out single.
And just try and attack.
Picked up a save in that outing. Ground ball off the bat of Wong, and he'll go to first. For the 2nd out of the inning on the play, Martinez goes into 2nd. So he's in the 9th spot. He goes after the first pitch. This is going to drop in center field. Pilar comes up throwing and throws it to the cutoff man, and they've got Grichuk. Again, no reason in the world for Grichuk to run into an out there. The Cardinals continue to make mistake after mistake, and it's got to drive Mike Matheny crazy. Devin has gone 0 for 2, couple of strikeouts and a walk. He drew a big walk in the 6th inning. It was the 3rd walk of the inning. That
As Travis had struck out the 2 previous times up.
This ball is hit a ton to center. Fowler gets back. Oh, what a play. He turned his back on the infield, took his eye off the ball. And when he looked up, he picked up the baseball, made a running catch, and he's got to deal with the bright sunshine. He's got the glasses on. This is a terrific play.
Anytime you 360 like that, it's tough to pick the ball back up, and you're right, looking.
Goins breaks his bat, hits the grounder to short. Diaz throws him out. 6-3 on the ground out, 2 outs, and now we will see a pinch hitter. Barney pinch hit in the 7th. Now Steve Pearce will come off the bench and pinch hit for the pitcher. As a pinch hitter, 0 for 2. He's gotten off to a rough start to his season. Hot shot, gloved by Jerko. Steve Pearce. He's not having any luck. Gets robbed of a base hit by the 3rd baseman, Jerko. We will go to the bottom of the 8th. The Blue Jays will call upon Joe Smith to come in and protect this lead. Now scored, and now it's a 4-1 game that Joe Smith has been handed to protect it right here in the 8th.
He's going to pitch in the 8th inning. This is also his 3rd straight game that he is going to work. 10 games for Joe this year, and he too has an ERA under 2. 9 2/3 innings. He has an issue to walk to a right-handed batter this year. Game 1.
Smith started an inning-ending double play in the 8th. There's a swing and a drive to center. Pilar leaves his feet and can't come up with it. He had it in his glove, and when he hit the ground, it jarred the ball loose.
Unbelievable plays. He is shading Fowler towards left field. Gets a great jump. You could tell from that angle right there that the ball just wasn't secure in the webbing or the pocket of his glove. And it just pops out when he hits the dirt.
Ending double play, a 1-6-3 double play. Ground ball. Barney at 3rd will have to hurry. He does make a nice play to throw out Diaz. Darwin Barney, his first chance since coming in as a pinch hitter. That would have turned the lineup over. Fowler leads off with a double, and who knows where we are in this ball game. Singles to right. Fowler's going to jog home. Matt Carpenter with an RBI single, his 6th RBI of the season.
Very good years for the Cardinals. He is a tough out. Drove in 68 runs last year, hit 28 home runs and had 84 RBIs in 2015, and comes up with a clutch hit there to
hit 30 home runs last year. Joe Biagini gave up a run on 2 hits in his inning of work, and now Joe Smith. Smith strikes out Jerko on Tuesday night, starting at first base. Little flare behind 3rd. Barney is back. He makes the catch, and that'll end the inning. The Cardinals get a run on 2 hits. They leave a base runner. We'll go to the 9th. The Blue Jays lead it 4-2.
First team, the Dodgers, he could really blow it. Bring some gas. Fastball slider combination for Broxton. Right-handers haven't had a lot of luck against him this year.
Now the pin. 0-2 to Pilar. That'll be a base hit for Kevin. Another great approach with 2 strikes. Pilar takes what Broxton gives him. Base hit, left field. Pilar will stop at second. Back-to-back singles off Broxton here in the 9th. So the same scenario here in the 9th. First 2 reach for Bautista.
Get some insurance. Time for some insurance.
Ground ball. Diaz at short. Second for 1. Back to first. Double play. 2 quick outs for the Cardinals. Bautista hit it sharply, but right to the shortstop. Justin Smoke. He's 1 for 3. Had that sac fly. Smoke drives it to right. Grichuk is there and makes the catch. Smoke hit it hard, but right to the right fielder, so we will go to the 9th. 4-2 Blue Jays lead. You see, it's only his 6th game of the season. He's worked a total of 5 innings, and Pat, he didn't have much work in spring training, being away from the team for the WBC.
And then came back from that WBC with an injury up in his upper back area on Tuesday on a infield hit.
Yadier Molina jumps on the first pitch and drills it down the left field line all the way into the corner. So Molina picks up his 2nd double of the afternoon, 4th of the season, a leadoff double, and just like that,
he can still get to the fastball. I don't care what anybody says. Molina can turn on that fastball, gets it over the head of Darwin Barney down into the corner for extra bases. He had a double and a stolen base his first time up. He had a couple of singles on Tuesday. He's got 4 hits in this series.
6 innings of shutout ball. He allowed just 3 hits. 1-2. Breaking ball hit to short. Goins has it. Molina will hold at second. Colton Wong. Wong was off-speed pitch, and Wong strikes out. Cardinals down to their last out.
This is the guy they want right here. The 27th out.
High and deep to center. Pilar at the wall. This ball is gone. Randall Grichuk has tied it up. A 2-run home run to dead center. He's driven in 3.
2 out. Home run in the 9th inning to tie this baby up. Pilar thinks he has a beat on it. He leaps, and it is just out of his reach, right in the first row. And the Blue Jays got to come back now. That is a
lined out to right. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Dexter Fowler. And he strikes out, but the damage is done. Roberto Osuna, another blown save here in St. Louis. This time it's Randall Grichuk who goes deep to center field. His 3rd home run of the season, and the Cardinals tie it up in the bottom of the 9th.
How about that? Off to a pretty good start this year. His ERA is a little high, but 5 for 6 in save opportunities. Picked up 3 of them on that road trip. Lefties has had their way against O.
Here in the 10th. 1 career saves. Martin hits it to left field. Martinez is there and makes a head-high catch. entered the game as a pinch hitter in the 7th and struck out to end the inning. That game at 103 strikeouts.
103 strikeouts.
Barney strikes out for a second time this afternoon, this time looking a fastball on the outside corner.
In Korea and in Japan, so he's very experienced.
Throw from a bad hop. Popped up, playable. Jerko, the third baseman, back into fair ground, and the inning is over. Oh, retires the side in order. So we go to the bottom of the 10th.
To get to the ballpark or the rink or anything like that, because you know you're going to win. Blue Jays, if they're going to win, they're going to need a shutdown inning. They got to get it from Dominic Leone, who is now in his 8th game. He has come up here after a couple of injuries to the bullpen, and he has really given the Blue Jays some good numbers.
Hey, when they put Roberto Osuna on the disabled list, and
we see from him.
Broken bat, little looper, and that's going to drop in center. A leadoff base hit for Ledmus Diaz, the shortstop. Number 3 hitter, Matt Carpenter. Carpenter had an RBI single in the 8th. Good breaking ball from Leone and a big strikeout. First out of the inning. Baseman. Strike 3 call. Leone and hitting Greg Garcia. Garcia pinch hit in the 8th inning on Tuesday night and bounced into a 1-6-3 inning-ending double play. That tied it up at 4-4. Another broken bat, base hit to center. Pilar charging hard. Diaz will go first to third. Garcia with the pinch hit single with 2 outs.
2 base hits.
Pitched you.
Yeah.
Yadi Molina, the veteran, has doubled in 4 at-bats today.
Or the rookie, Jose Martinez. They might elect to just take the bat right out of Molina's hand and just walk him.
Yeah, and that's why Gibbons would come to the mound to deliver that strategy personally.
Yep.
So it looks like as soon as play is resumed, Brian Honora will send Molina to first. They've got to go.
Honora's not really sure. He's asking. Yeah, there Gibby just gave him the signal. Go ahead, let's walk him.
Yeah.
Let's take the bat right out of his hand.
So now Russell Martin will go back out and make sure that Leone understands which set of signs they're using with a runner at second. Started the ball game in left field. He is 1 for 4. Martinez homered Tuesday night in the 7th inning. His first big league home run, a 2-run home run. Fly ball deep to right. Bautista back. He's got room and makes the catch. Leone gets out of it. The Cardinals leave the bases loaded in the 10th. Dominic Leone gets Martinez to fly out to right. Bowman had a long scoreless innings streak snapped on Tuesday. He gave up a run. It was an unearned run as the Blue Jays scored on the air by third baseman. The triple by Pilar, that was the play that Coughlin jumped over the catcher, so he gave up 2 runs in that inning.
It took that play to stop that streak. That streak was 19 2/3 innings pitched, scoreless streak. That dated back to September the 6th of last year. He gave up 2 runs on Tuesday to the Blue Jays.
Coughlin leaped over the catcher to score. Owens hits it in the air to center. Fowler backing up. He's there. In that game, he went 0 for 5 with an RBI ground out. Base hit for Morales. A pinch hit base hit. And comes with 1 out. Pilar with the count in his favor. Pulls it on the ground. Jerko at third, second for one, back to first, double play. So Pilar bounces into the 5-4-3 double play. Pitched well in the game on Tuesday night and ended up with a no decision. He pitched the 11th inning. Actually, he picked up the
save.
win. Oh, he got the save.
He got
That's
the save.
Right.
Grilli got the win. Tepera got the save. He gave up a leadoff hit, but then retired the next 3 batters. So this is Ryan's 9th game. And now a chance to win the game. If he can hold him right here, and Blue Jays score. And this is where they have had a lot of problems this year in these close ball games. One-run games. They've played 10 one-run games already. This
Colton Wong, the second baseman, hits this ball down the right field line. That's a fair ball. Bautista over to cut it off, but Wong is going to head for third. Here's the throw from Devin Travis. It is offline. A leadoff triple for Colton Wong.
got to cut that ball off to try and hold him to that triple, and he does. He gets over there. He knows he's got to get over there and cut that ball off. If it goes off the wall and rattles around, it's a triple for sure, but you can see there's a lot of room down there with the speed of Wong. He's really going to make it easily. Takes a quick look over his right shoulder and says, I can make it to third base, and makes it easily. So it looks like the Blue Jays are going to do what they did already once on this trip. Walk a couple of batters.
The Blue Jays used this strategy down in Tampa Bay early in the season in a situation similar to this. In extra innings, they had a couple of intentional walks, and that was with Casey Lawrence pitching. And then Lawrence would eventually walk in the winning run. Goria struck out swinging, and then Brad Miller drew the bases loaded walk. That was the game winner.
For the walk-off walk. I thought they might pitch to Grichuk. I know he's got a couple of hits today and he's got 3 RBIs, but now you do that. Every play is at the plate now. Everybody's got to shallow up.
Fly ball. Carrera is shallow and left. Wong is tagging up. Carrera will hold Wong at third. 1 out. Triple. Gets Diaz to fly out to left. 1 out. Matt Carpenter, the scheduled batter. It'll be lefty on lefty. J.P. Howe will make his first appearance since coming off the DL. And he is making his first appearance since being activated. He rejoined the ball club here in St. Louis. He's only appeared in 2 games. The last time he pitched April 7th against Tampa Bay.
And in that game, he did not retire a batter. He gave up 2 hits, 2 runs. He also had 2 walks.
Hitter Matt Carpenter, he has singled, walked, and he's driven in a run. 3-2. Breaking ball, and that's going to be the ball game. Matt Carpenter has hit his first career grand slam to walk off the Blue Jays here in the 11th. He was sitting on it.
Yes, he was. He was looking for that curveball. Even 3-2, he was still looking for the curveball, and he got it. And the St. Louis Cardinals come all the way back. They were down by 4 runs. They end up winning by 4 runs.
All the runs came off the Blue Jays bullpen this afternoon. Matt Carpenter with his first career grand slam. His 3rd home run of the season. He had a 5 RBI day, and as soon as he hit it, he knew it was gone. A disappointing finish to this ball game. We'll be back with you a little bit later. Game 2 of the split doubleheader. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Now time for Tim and Sid.